Hey guys, Sifu Adalik here with holistickungfu.net. I wanted to help you today with some breathing when you're dealing with anxiety or stress. I know a lot of times I'm just seeing a lot of people ask about what to do when they're having a lot of anxiety, panic attack, things like that, and often the idea of just breathing and meditative breathing comes up a lot. So I wanted to share with you a technique to help you with that, especially if that's something that you find difficult. Because a lot of times when you think to yourself, well, breathing, like I can't even get a breath, I'm short of breath. How is breathing going to help me? I feel like I can barely breathe. And this technique can help you even when you're feeling that anxiety, right? Anxiety is just another type of like fight or flight response, and we deal with that in combat, in situations, in violent situations. We have a very similar reaction. So the breathing that we teach in that we call the adrenaline response is the same type of breathing that can help you when you are having a really stressful time, or you feel like your breathing is, you can't get a breath when you're having a lot of anxiety. So I think this will help you. And I learned this when I was actually taught this. It was taught to me that this was used by fighter pilots when they're in extreme stressful situations, and we use it, like I said, when we train our adrenaline response in any kind of conflict. And you're in that state of fight or flight where you can't really you're not fully alert like you normally are. You have tunnel vision. Sometimes you can't hear properly and you can't focus. So I know that this will work, obviously, in an extremely violent situation. It will also help you when you're just in a very stressful situation, right? And we call this modulated breathing. Okay? And the reason this works so well, one I find, is that when we want to calm ourselves down, everyone knows that diaphragmic breathing, belly breathing, is very effective for us. But if we're not trained well on it, what happens is if we're not used to it, we can't really get that full diaphragmic breath, especially when we're stressed out and we're tense, right? It's very hard to get to control your breathing. Well, this will help you with that, because it's, if you don't have the diaphragmic breathing involved, what happens is if you take a deep breath, you tend to breathe up high with the chest, and that makes it's also very difficult to calm down when you're doing chest breathing, which most of us do. Most people breathe with the chest, they don't breathe with the belly, right? So if you're in this situation where you can't get a full breath diaphragmically, then you should be trying this modulated breathing. So the way it works is you start off, it's modular because it is two modules. The first module is your diaphragmic breath, your belly breath. And if you're not used to that, then you use both types of breathing actually at the same time, one after another. Okay? So you can practice this as I'm explaining it to you. As I explain it to you, put your hands on your belly here, and as you breathe in, try to push your belly out try to push your hand out with your belly. And if you're pushing your belly out successfully and then you're relaxing your breath out, that's your diaphragmic breath, right? So try that a couple times now. Breathe in, pushing your belly out, and then breathe out and relax your stomach back in. Okay? And now if that's new to you, you're not used to it, you'll find that you can't get a full breath while you're doing that. So the way modulated breathing is that when you're tight, you first want to try this. You want to put one hand right here and take a full breath in as much as you can with the first module, with your belly breathing. So breathe in here, and now breathe until you can't breathe in anymore. And then put your other hand up here, and now breathe in with your chest. And you'll find you can get even more breath. And then just take a nice deep sigh, relax out. Okay? And I'll try that again. So module 1, breathe in here, expand your belly until you can't breathe in anymore. And then breathe in here, module 2, and then sigh. And you want to try to expel as much air as you can on that sighing breath out. Okay? Try it again, module 1, breathe in right here, module 2, and then sigh. Okay, and one more time. Breathe in, 1, and then 2, and then sigh, 3. So 3 steps. Module 1 is the breath in, module 2, breathe in more, and then module 3 is sigh out. If you try that a few times, you'll find that will help you calm down, help you regain control of your breath. And remember that the body follows the mind, and the mind follows the body, and the body follows the mind. So if breathing gets under control, soon you'll have your mind under control. And when your mind is under control, you get your breathing under control and your body under control. So it's an inner relationship, right? It's interdependent. So when we do our adrenal training, we actually train people to get in a scenario that triggers that fight or flight response, and then it trains them within that response. And then to calm out of that response, we use that breathing. So I know it works when you're in that fight or flight response, and if it works in that response, it's definitely going to work for you if you're in a very similar state, which is like a state of anxiety, very similar to that fight or flight response, right? Arguably the same thing. So you can try that, but don't wait to try it. when you really need it, practice it anytime you want and get good at it, so then it's there for you. It's almost, if you practice it enough, it'll be in muscle memory. So when you feel like you need breath and you can't get it, you can just call on that modulated breathing quickly. Module 1, 2, and 3, and then sigh out. And you try it 3 or 4 times or more if needed until you get calm. Anyway, I really hope that helps you, and I hope it's an effective tool for you if you try it. If you have any questions about it, please ask in the comment section below. And if it works for you and you have tried it, please like and share this with anyone you think that might find this useful. Okay? Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.